fantasy heroes need love. Because without Daniel Jones, without Daniel Jones and the comeback, they only had 2 touchdowns. They had 321 yards. And he had a rushing touchdown. Daniel Jones gave you 30 points. Buddy gave you 30 points. All right. I said start Kirky on Thursday. I said start him against that Eagles secondary. And I'm not too hot, to be honest with you. Start him. 30, what do you got? 28 points. Russell Wilson. Certainly, he got you 50 points, depending on how you got your stuff set up because of that long 50-yard, 64-yard touchdown, luck touchdown. But hey, you got it. And his segment later is what we're going to talk about. Josh Dobbs, 25 points, 228 yards, 41 rushing yards. So Joshua Dobbs is going to be, I think this is the type of numbers we can be seeing on a regular basis, to be honest with you. He's a rushing quarterback, so yeah, I can see it. Jalen Hurts. These are the numbers you're going to get, 193 yards, bro. That's what I'm saying. I don't know why AJ mad. Like, are you mad because you're not getting the ball? Or because he's not throwing more in his offense? Like, something is pissing you off. He got 25 points in fantasy. He was your hero. But them passing yards are pretty bad. Josh Allen is back as fantasy gold. 274 yards, 3 touchdowns. Got you 23 points. Geno Smith is back. 328 yards, 2 touchdowns. 23 points in fantasy. Jared Goff, 22 points in fantasy. Lamar Jackson's back up there, 22 points in fantasy. Herbert with another loss, but he got you 22 points. C.J. Stroud, 384 yards and 2 touchdowns. Not a bad game. Not a bad game at all. 21 points in fantasy. Hey, good job. Still a loss. Desmond Ridder, 237 yards for 1-1 and 1. He had 1 touchdown, 1 pick, but 1 rushing touchdown for 21 points. Sam Howell, 229 yards, 2 touchdowns. No turnovers. 21 points. And I tell you that's a Sam Howell game? When I tell you that's what Sammy gonna get you? Sammy is getting you that with the last pick of your fantasy draft. That's the type of goal coach be trying to talk to y'all about. Okay? Granted, Sam Howell is built to give you this every week. In this, did he do it week 1? No, he had turnovers in week 1. It's a new offensive scheme, new offensive coordinator. Okay? That's week 1. Do we want to see it in week 1? Yeah, we did. And we kind of did. We just also had the turnover, okay? But when did we get in week 2? We got 299, 2 touchdowns. I told y'all that's what the man is good for. I told you he's good for 250 and 2 touchdowns with an upside. And this upside ain't over. Wait till next week. Hey, I like it. And again, Sam Howell is gold. And I will always gold these numbers. Why? Because Sam Howell should have been your very last pick. Excuse me. And if Sam Howell was your last pick, just think about that as your quarterback numbers with all Tyreek with your first pick. Not Tyreek this week, but or let's say you had Jettis with your first pick. Jettis with your first pick is still putting up great numbers. With Sam Howell as your last pick. With Austin Eckler. And you see what I'm saying? There's certain targets that you can reach for, especially when you know when your quarterback is coming last. Nobody saw this. I saw it, and I told y'all to take it. If you took it, it's going to get better than this, is what I'm trying to tell you. Hey, don't get me wrong. His total numbers will be between 3,800 and 42, is what I think, built with this BNB offense. That's what I think. As long as the receivers keep catching, getting down the field, that's what I'm talking about. All right? All right. Let's see. Where did we leave off? Patrick Mahomes, point. He's always go 305 yards, 2 touchdowns. He had a turnover. Ryan Tannehill did good. 246 yards, touchdowns, 21 points. These are some good numbers, man. Jordan Love, 151 yards, but he had 3 touchdowns. Jordan Love is going to score. Green Bay is going to score. Okay? Go get these Green Bay players. Dak Prescott, 255, 2 touchdowns. No turnovers. 19 points. And that's not bad numbers from Dak. You got to understand that's great because you got Dak 10th round. That's great numbers for a 10th round pick. Baker Mayfield, you got him in 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th round. Baker Mayfield got me out here getting fancy with it, okay? Because I only had it because of Brady. You feel me? Went on a nice little family cruise. Saw this watch. It was, Brady season when I went. They weren't even doing that good. Fine. That's when he was still the buck. So, but Baker, buddy, you you gonna make coach pull out the Invicta, bud. you gonna make me pull this bad boy out. Okay? So you playing some good football, my dude. Look at these numbers of Baker Mayfield. 317 yards and a touchdown, 18 points in fantasy football. But look here. Bucks 2-0. Bucks 2-0. Hey. Did I see this number? Did you see this other Baker? They're 2-0 where I had them 2-14. Or 2-15. So and I did not have those two games in the beginning of the season. Nope. No, I did not. I had them losing. So boy, did they shut me up. Sorry, Bucks. I apologize. Y'all are can't believe Todd Bowles getting this glory. And I'm gonna tell you right now, it ain't Todd Bowles. It's all Baker. Yeah, let me be that stupid. It's all Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield is carrying this team offensively. Play with me. I ain't giving Todd Bowles no credit. All right, Joe Burrow. Look here. You got 222 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. 15 points. You got to do better. Anthony Richardson is a rookie with a concussion who had more better numbers than you. He barely played. He had 56 yards, but he had 2 rushing touchdowns before he got hurt and was at 17 points before he got hurt. He played a whole game and got 15. Nope. Justin Fields. Let me see something. Let's do some math. Because don't get me wrong, he had 200 yards that week. Right? Let's average it out. Let's just average it out. Okay? 212 times 17. Okay. He said he didn't rush. He said he was going to throw 4,000 yards. By doing the math, at the current rate he is at right now, he about 400 yards short. Because anything less is damn sure not going to happen. But he about 400 yards short. So right now, he's averaging 220 yards a game, buddy. Through 17 weeks, you had 3,600. That's not bad. Oh, and that's definitely not bad. Don't get me wrong. I ain't 4,000. You opened your mouth. I want 4,000. I don't want nothing less. I want 4,000. I want 4,000. You said it. I want it. So not looking too good. Brock Purdy, 206 yards. Yeah, 1 rushing touchdowns, no passing touchdowns. 14 points. But again, you got Brock Purdy with one of your last picks too, so you're okay with those numbers. All right, we got running backs. Let's see who's up. Oh boy, Mark. Hit him with the jaw jab. Hit him with the jaw jab. Hit him with it. Right had 87, 2 touchdowns, 2 receptions, 42 yards. Brian Robinson is taking over the starting role. Brian Robinson had 28 points in fantasy. Brian Robinson led running backs in fantasy football this week. Brian Robinson is about to be fantasy gold here soon. Mark, talk your talk, big pimp. You was right. You called it. We 2 weeks in. And don't get me wrong, his numbers weren't this, but his numbers were better than Gibson. And when I saw that, I saw the change already. I saw where Mark was already right. That's what I'm saying. Brian Robinson is going to be fantasy gold this year. Kyron Williams, 28 points. He had 52 yards rushing, but he had 48 yards receiving, so he did do a threat. He had both, one in the air, one on the ground. This is why I'm saying don't get too comfortable with Puka because Kyron Williams is about to take over this rushing backfield. And when they do that, they're going to run the ball more. That I'm going to that I promise you. Saquon Barkley, he was injured, but he got to 27 goal points before that injury. So that's real good. He was doing that work too, 63 yards rushing, 29 yards passing. He got a touchdown in each. DeAndre Swift, we already talked about that gold member. That big hero. But here's a big hero that shows me, yes, Miami is ready. Raheem Mostert, 121 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. Sitting on 25 fantasy goal points. That's a big hero. Jerome Ford, hey, his fantasy, hey, it's Wednesday, right? Then waiver wire, look, some people might say don't jump on it. Jump on it. You ain't got a choice. Chubb out. Ain't that many running backs out there in the FFC. Jump on it. If you ain't already. I'm sure people already licked their chops the minute Chubb went down. Here we go. Jerome Ford, 106 yards, 106 yards, three receptions for 25 yards and a touchdown. 24 points in fantasy off his first start. Christian McCaffrey, 116 yards rushing and a touchdown, 22 points. Rashad White, 73 and a touchdown, 21 points. All right. That's 1 week. Let's see what we can get out of you. Bijan. I like it. 124 yards. Didn't get any touchdowns, but the man put up 124 yards, and he got another 8 points because he had 4 receptions for 48. That's going to be the work of Bijan. If that's the work of Bijan, we can be pretty happy with that. Even in losses, we can be happy with that work from Bijan. That's first-round pick work. Zach Moss. I ain't too hype on Zach Moss. Zach people can be. I'm not too hype on Zach Moss. Zach Moss went off because Richardson was out. My personal opinion. I'm not saying that he's not great. I don't know. I think it was just a game. If you picked him up off this game, okay, you got your 20 points. If you plan on riding with him, good luck. Let's see more. If you do more, hey, you got one. You got one off the wire. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure he was the best option coming off the wire at that time. All right, James Cook, 19 points. He had 123 yards. Good job. So hopefully this means they're leaning. That's what they're going to be leaning on to run the ball. So that's good. Tony Pollard, 72 yards rushing, 19 points. He also had another 7 catches for 37 yards. Derrick Henry had 80 yards and a touchdown. Good 18 points. Kenneth Walker, good 18 points. He had 43 rushing yards, but two touchdowns. James Conner, 8 off 106 rushes and a touchdown for 16 points. Tony Jones had 34 rushing yards for 2 touchdowns. So all-line work, basically. And Ramondre Stevenson, 50 yards for a touchdown for 15 points. And that's why I dropped him to about 3rd, 4th round. That's about it. Josh Jacobs needs to do better. Not even going to go over those numbers. All right, so those are our running back heroes. Now we go for our running back receivers. Ooh. Like Keenan Allen. Man, Keenan Allen had a great game. I like what I saw in the loss. 8 catches for 111 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's what you want out of Keenan. That's the guy. Not Mike Williams. 31 points. Puka, 15 receptions. This is why I'm telling you, stay away from Puka. Bruh, 15 receptions is too high. That's not staying. It's week 2. 15 for 147. He didn't even get in the end zone. He just did work. That's it, bruh. That's a no. You don't need Puka. He gave you 2 good weeks. I understand. You buy it right now, Puka, you're gonna be mad in 2 weeks when he has 3, 4 points. Do not buy this high on Puka because this is not gonna sustain. I'm telling you, it's not. Mike Evans will sustain 6 catches for 171 yards and a touchdown for 29 points. T. Higgins is back, 8 catches for 89 yards and 2 touchdowns for 28 points. Nico Collins, like I told you, that's Stroud's guy, 7 catches for 146 yards and a touchdown, 27 points. Tyler Lockett, 8 catches, 59 yards and 2 touchdowns for 25. CeeDee Lamb, 11 catches for 143 and 25 points. Justin Jefferson, we already went over his numbers. Josh Reynolds, I keep telling y'all, Josh Reynolds is back, baby. Keep telling you, he's with the right team. What I told you guys is Josh Reynolds would be good for 45 catches. Yeah, 5 catches. We had 4 catches last week. What I told you guys is Josh Reynolds is going to be good for 45 to 60 yards. He had 66 yards this week. He had 45 yards last week. What I told you guys is Josh Reynolds is going to be good for at least 1 touchdown a game. At least. What does that mean? He's going to get you that 4 to 5. He's going to get you that 4 to 60. It might not get you the touchdown, but he got 2 in this week. You see the average. It's about the average for an entire season, okay? What did Josh Reynolds get you? 23 points. And that is what I'm telling you Josh Reynolds is going to do from the flex position. He's going to have 15s, 9s, and 23s throughout the season. His average is going to be about 18 points a game. That's what you want in your flex. Devontae Smith. We already went over him. George Pickens. I like what I saw. Thank God. 4 catches, 127 yards, and a touchdown for 22 points. Debo, 38 for a touchdown, 6 for 63 for 22 points. Those numbers are great. They don't look good, but collectively, it's why he has 22 points. Well, you want Debo? Yes. Don't trade Debo. These numbers are not going to change. Debo is going to get his, okay? Christian Kirk had 11 targets for 110 yards, 11 receptions for 110 yards, 21. All right, good job, Kirk. So the issue right now is week 1 went off, week 2, the other one went off. They got to find a balance. That's all. Or maybe there is no balance. Maybe you decide to double one, the other one going to eat. So maybe pay attention when you're trying to figure out who to start between Calvin Ridley and Christian Kirk. Read the reports on who might see the double team. There are reports out there because people do practice reports and stuff like that, on-field reports. You have to look at that stuff and see where the defense's focus is going to be for that game. There's reports out there. They don't hide that. That ain't nothing like I mean, they talk about stuff like that all the time on Channel 87, Sirius XM Radio, Fantasy Sports Radio. All right, Gabe Davis, 6 catches for 92 yards and a tutty. They gotta have that tutty. Brandon Johnson, 2 for 66 and a 20 points with 2 touchdowns. Devontae Adams, 6 catches for 84 yards and a touchdown, 20 points. There you go. Adam Thielen looked pretty good for Carolina, 7 catches, 54 yards and a touchdown. And let's see. Marvin Mims had 10 receptions. 10 yards rushing. I don't know why. 10 yards rushing. He had 2 receptions for 113 yards. Those weird numbers ain't. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he looked good, but not his numbers. He just scored. Let's see here. Mike Williams, 8 catches for 83 yards. That's a flex. Terry McLaurin, 5 for 54 and a touchdown. Terry, I don't know. Your numbers are low for me personally. I'm not seeing what we should see. I'd say it that way. I'm not seeing what I think we should see. Hopefully we see a little bit more, better. In the yardage range. Drake London, 6 for 67 and a touchdown, got you 18 points. So receivers all around did real good. Real proud of my receivers. Had a good week 2. A lot of guys got open. Got a lot of touchdowns in week 2. Tight ends, TJ Hockenson, 25 points. He led the way. Hunter Henry, 6 catches for 52 yards and a touchdown with 17 points. Mark Andrews, 5 catches for 45 and a touchdown with 15 points. Let's see. Travis Kelce, 4 catches for 26 yards and a touchdown. Darren Waller had 13 points. He had 6 for 76. Evan Ingram, 6 for 57 with 11 points. Zach Ertz out of nowhere, 6 for 56, had 11 points. That's a good hero. So he's a hero if you started him. I'll tell you that much. Sam Laporta, 11 points. I want more. Hopefully this week we get more out of that. Hopefully he can get in the end zone this week. I think they're going to try to get him in the end zone. Logan, I don't know. He's questionable, but if Logan Thomas can stay on the field, he should be a good pickup. And so should Jake Ferguson from the Cowboys. 3 catches for 11 yards and a touchdown. Goal line work, red zone work, but that's good. I think that's the type of work he's going to get. Anything 3 catches for some his yards, I think will grow, but them 3 catches will probably sustain. And I think that end zone work will sustain because they don't really have any other targets, to be honest with you. It's CeeDee Lamb, Tony Pollard, and this tight end can pick up the slack. What we did not go on are these tight end busts. I left some busts out because there's one bust specifically I want to bust out right now. Drop him. You need to drop him. Where'd he go? Why is Kyle Pitts still on people's roster? Why do I still see Kyle Pitts lined up on people's roster? Hmm? He had 2 catches for 15 yards. Kyle Pitts got you 3 points. Kyle Pitts got you 2 points last week. Kyle Pitts ended last season with 3 points. Kyle Pitts had 2 points before that. Kyle Pitts had 5 points for the week. I don't think Kyle Pitts has ever had a touchdown. Hmm? Let's go look at his career. We're here. We're here. Let's look at his career. Huh? Hmm. Kyle Pitts. Let's see. Where can I find your career stats, Kyle Pitts? Well, they're not gonna pull up on here, huh? That's fine. We'll get to that one day. Don't worry, because these numbers ain't gonna change. They'll stay the same. Uh, he should not be active on anybody's roster. He should be a free agent. He should be. This is horrible. He's not. He's not good. Let's say it now. He's not good. Hayden Hurst had a bad game. 5 points. Sorry if I told you to grab Hayden Hurst. Thought he was gonna do something. Uh, Juwan Johnson. Yeah, he's a wash. I don't know. I don't know what we're supposed to see out of this dude. Damn sure don't like his wife. I think he's just. I think he's just a 3 point garbage pool. There's nothing there. David Njoku, 448, 6 points. That's it. That's all you gonna get. Nothing else. Trash. There's nothing there, guys. There's nothing there. Taysom Hill gets more points than half them dudes. Start Taysom Hill. Like if you can ride, if you're okay with 9 points in fantasy football, start Taysom Hill. What else can you lose? He gonna do work. He gonna get in the backfield. He gonna throw. He gonna do this. He gonna do that. He gonna be all over the place. And it'll ultimately get you 9+ points. That or Kyle Pitts. Them your options, Pimp. Like I said, George Kittle is not doing much because he's back and blocking. They got other weapons they got to deal with. All right. So those are our fantasy heroes and our fantasy busts. All right. So now moving into another sad segment. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new member to the couch. This couch is getting crowded. That's club list people over here. They come on off my list and come on off the couch, man. All these club players, man, they need to do some work. What? Come on down. Nick, chill. It breaks my heart that I would not be able to say it that way anymore when he scores a touchdown. My Nick Chubb touchdown serenades are over because Buddy about to come and join me on the couch. Yeah, get that surgery done. Get healthy, buddy. Relax. Pick them legs up. Come on, sit next to Rodgers. It's a sad day when you got to lose a great one like Nick Chubb, man. That one hurt. That one hurt. It did. But That's the state of the NFL. It's the business of what we do here when we play football. Injuries come. Oh boy, do they come, and they come, and they blow us right in the gut. It hurt. Right in the tummy. It's a blow. Like I said, Lucas felt that blow. Hey, he was on a high. Went so low. Soon as that Nick Chubb went down, that is the nastiness of this game. It really is. But my final take.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.